Hey, what's up guys? It's Brian here, Brian's Lawn Maintenance. Hey, I'm inside the truck. We're gonna be doing an office style video for you guys. And this one, yes, we're gonna be talking about Yardbook. It's been 1 year since I adopted Yardbook, thanks to a lot of you guys. And I wanted to just honestly weigh in, let you guys know how the last 12 months has been, just kind of give you guys some updates as well, and just answer a bunch of questions that I have been receiving from you guys lately about CRMs, Yardbook, and if and what we're still doing with all of that. So that being said, let's jump in the video, let's check it out.
Make the ground shake.
All right guys, so most of you know that we have been using Yardbook for about a year, and like I said earlier, thanks to a lot of you guys for suggesting and recommending Yardbook to me. Now, most of you guys know that my actual lawn care landscaping business is powered by Yardbook, so we have been partners with those guys for a little over a year now, and it has been a really, really good fit for my business model. Now, I will say this, you guys know, if you have been watching me on this journey for the last 12 to probably 14 or 15 months, I started pegging you guys with questions to see what CRMs you guys are using, how you guys are managing your businesses, what software you're using, right? And all that fun stuff. And overwhelmingly, a lot of you guys suggested going with Yardbook. And for folks kind of in that $0 to $200,000 a year revenue range, and you can have businesses that utilize Yardbook with way more than that, but I kind of found that that's the sweet spot for Yardbook, and that's quite honestly where my business is at. And I wanted to say a big thank you to you guys for recommending Yardbook to me. So it's been over a year, and it was funny because this same time last year, I was frantically plugging all of my customers' information into it, taking probably 20 to 30 hours to get all my stuff transferred over from Square, which is what I was using before, basically just to process bill payment. It wasn't lawn care software, not at all kind of how Yardbook is. And basically my business on the back end office space was all over the place. I had, customers' information over here, processing a different way. I was using numbers and Excel spreadsheets to kind of keep organized. With a lot of help of your guys' help and my friend Brandon and Mike, we've done a lot better job of putting our business together more professionally on the back end, especially with office stuff. Now, the one thing I really appreciate about Yardbook is that it's essentially free. If you want to upgrade to the higher plans, you can do that. And then other than like a 1% processing, just to use credit cards and all that other mess, it's actually pretty nominal. It's not that big of a deal. Now, I know there's other CRMs and other merchant processing that charge a little less, but it's always a give and take because some things might charge less on one end, but then charge you a monthly fee to run the software, right? So it really just depends, but overall, I've been really happy with Yardbook. For me personally, guys, there was just a couple good reasons for me to adopt Yardbook. Like I said earlier, the first one was just getting my business out of my brain and putting it onto a good software system, right? And basically just having things off Excel, things off numbers, and just putting it and logging it into a good CRM. The second thing for me, as I told you guys many a times, is just getting the ability to charge cards on file, to get my credit card processing all my ducks in a row, right? Yes, we could charge credit cards and invoice with Square back in the day, but this gives me the ability to have lawn care software and charge cards on file, which is a great marriage of both lawn care software and a merchant to charge all my stuff. And I guess the third thing really is just having finally a customer history, right? And just being able to track everything we've done and everything we're gonna be doing, and using the jobs and tasks calendar. So for me personally, guys, was getting my business out of my brain and onto software, using their charge card on file system, which was huge for me. And then not only that, just having a customer history and being able to put things on a calendar and get organized with jobs and tasks was absolutely huge for me. Now, I'm curious to know if you guys have jumped on the Yardbook bandwagon with me over the last 12 months. I know there's a lot of you guys that have adopted it because of me and just other great guys in the community that use Yardbook. So I'd love to hear your guys' experience as well. Again, I'm not here to sell or convince you guys on using Yardbook. I'm just letting you guys know my story, and it has been a great infusion of powered software to run my business. It's almost amazing how we've made it this far sometimes, right? At least on the back end of the office. So that being said, I'd love to hear your guys' testimony as well, if Yardbook has been great for you, or if you're using something else, that is totally fine. But a lot of you guys have been pegging me with questions about, do we still use Yardbook? How's our first year been? Are we still using the credit card, charge card on file system that we initiated last year? all the above, a resounding yes. I couldn't be more happy. By the way, a couple of things I wanted to just let you guys know about really quick that is new to Yardbook, because I've been seeing the emails come out as well. It's kind of like one of those things where you have an iPhone, right? But we all know we only use about 5 or 10% of what it can actually do. For me, it's Instagram, text messaging, and email, right? Like the basics. But that's kind of how it is with Yardbook. It's so powerful of so many different services and features and programs that you can use with it. I feel just like my iPhone, I use like 5% of what it really does. But 2 or 3 things that can be very helpful for you guys. Number 1, there is now inventory tracking. So if you guys are trying to track inventories of products or chemicals, chemical tracking, right? You can now have all that stuff added inside the software, and anytime you do a job or task, it can deduct from there, so you can always keep track of your supplies, which is huge, especially if you're doing fertilizer and other stuff, especially with like chemical tracking. That's huge. And the second thing I would say is the ability to create custom forms. A lot of you guys are checklist people. I'm a checklist person. I actually made a sample checklist for myself where anytime you schedule a job or task, you can now add to that day a custom form. So let's say your guys are doing lawn maintenance and they got 18 jobs scheduled. At the beginning of the day, you can create a custom form, and on that custom form, you can create checklists, reminders, notes, and all this other stuff. So guys have to open up that custom form first, and then they can go through the jobs of the day. For me, I did an equipment checklist, like check the tire pressure, check the oil on the truck, all that stuff. So I'm messing around with that as well. Even though I'm a solo owner operator, it's very helpful for me to remember little things like that. I might add an equipment checklist like on every Monday, for example, just to get my week in a row, my ducks in a row for the week, but custom forms. And the third thing that I'm probably most excited about, and these are just things that I've seen come out in the last few months, is the selling suite. So this is something that I just enabled on my account. Anytime a customer gets an invoice, they can now see the other services that we offer, which is huge. So if you guys have gutter cleaning or aerations or mulch and cleanups and fertilizer, right? You can now send that through with your invoices and let the other products and services that you offer shine through, so your customers know what else you guys offer. I think that's huge, especially if you're not an extrovert, salesy kind of person like myself. I know I sound salesy on videos, but guys, I'm actually not a people person, and I don't like to overly sell customers. I can, but I just don't like to do it. I don't like spending time on the phone selling people stuff. But at least now you can send the selling suite through your invoices and let your customers know about what else is available from your business, which is even cooler if you're trying to upgrade and grow your revenue for your business, which cross-selling and upselling, it's where it's at. We all know that. So anyway, guys, I'd love to hear your guys' testimony with Yardbook. This is not a selling or convincing video for you guys to adopt Yardbook. I sincerely couldn't care less. I do mean this though, that if you guys are looking for good lawn care software to get your business started, I think Yardbook is just a great evolution of just getting your business started and adopting it until you're making a couple $100,000 a year in gross revenue and sales. There's definitely other software out there, so don't take my word for it. Do your guys' own research. I think you might come to the same conclusion I did, where Yardbook has been a good blend for how I run my business. And by the way, if you guys are watching videos like mine that are building a business similar to mine, I'm just gonna help you guys out and letting you guys know that I think Yardbook would be a great supplement to what you guys are doing as well. So all things being said, Yardbook is a proud partner of our channel, and my business is powered by Yardbook, so I like that. If you guys haven't, check them out, yardbook.com. Guys, that's pretty much it. So anyway, over and out. More fun videos to come next week. I can't wait. We're gonna have a lot of cleanup footage, a lot of mowing footage, and don't tell anybody just yet, but we're picking up our new mowers next week. If you watched all the way to the end, that was a special surprise for you guys. We're getting our new equipment next week. I can't wait to show it to you guys. Over and out, guys. Have a great spring. We'll catch up with you guys soon.